So I'm here to support those who have this right here. So you have the Scuf Envision controller for the PC, and you want to do your remapping, you want to make macros. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this video. Let's go. So in order for you to basically do your macros, you need to have this particular software, which is the Corsair software. It's made specifically for the Scuf controllers. To download it, you gotta go to scuf.com/downloads, or I'm gonna link in the description. You just click on the description and you can go ahead and download the software. Just to get in here and not waste too much time, I have two different things here. I have the Scuf Pro wireless receiver, and I also have the Scuf Envision Pro. To connect your wireless receiver, which you probably have, and if you want to connect it, I have another video to show you, but you just press the settings, you can press pair, and then it will show you right here how to connect your wireless receiver. So once you connect that, or you connect the cable with the cable, if you have the Scuf Pro version, you will have the wireless receiver. But if you have the regular Scuf Envision with the non-Pro version, you won't have the receiver, and it has to be plugged in anyways. So you're gonna click on the controller, and then you're gonna click up here for the profiles. So there are built-in profiles that come with the controller, but if you want to create your own profiles, which I recommend, you can definitely go click the plus sign here, and you can click here and you can click your profile. You can call it, you know, whatever you want to call it. You can choose your profile icons. You can even download your own individual icons from your computer, and you can just create a profile. So you're gonna click up here, and then it's gonna take you to the controller. So once you're here on the controller, there are different options over here. So don't get too overwhelmed. It's pretty simple. We're gonna start from the bottom up. So device settings is where you go to if you want to pair your device, or put in eco mode, or do any other, check for updates of the firmware, to do any little of those things. This is where you go to do that. And you can pair your USB wireless receiver from here as well. If you go up here to vibrations, which is, for me personally, you can turn it on and off. I have it off. It came off, and I leave it off because I mostly play shooter games, and I'm going to be playing Warzone with this controller, so I don't need to have them off, so I'm going to leave them just off. You can also put in Battle Royale, or whatever you want to put it on as well. It doesn't matter, as long as it's off, you'll be fine. When we talk about your thumbsticks, right, you can put it on sports or Battle Royale. Racing games, whatever games that you play. I have mine on Battle Royale because it works better on dynamic, because it makes the control a lot more snappy whenever you press it, and it prevents the controller from delaying. So that could cost you fights where your controller is delaying when you're spinning. So make sure it's on Battle Royale if you're going to be playing Warzone with it, with this particular profile. You can create multiple profiles and do different things with it as well, so it's really up to you. When you go to triggers, I like mine to have mine on shooters. I let it stay on shooters. And when you go to the Scuf controller, let me just back up here. When you go to the Scuf controller, at the top there is a little lever right here, and if you move the lever all the way to the right, it'll have more travel, right? It will need a lot more travel. But if you move it all the way to the left, it will become instant trigger. So as soon as you press it, it's engaged. Let me just grab my little trusty little headset here. All right, so moving on from triggers, yeah, so default, usually if on default, should work perfectly fine. Moving over to lighting effects, so I have mine on watermelon. You can press the sign right here, and you can press whatever you want. So you can have watermelon, color space. You can even create your own custom lighting as well. So it's really up to you. You can play around with this and kind of have like whatever you want. So there's hardware map. When it comes to mapping, there's hardware mapping, which maps the mapping to the controller, and then there's also regular mapping that just saves it to the computer itself. I like to just leave it on the controller, but they both do the same thing. So let me just go over just the mapping. Both of them are the same. One save on the computer, one save on the controller. When you go to mapping, there's different presets here. So there's shooters, there's Battle Royale, right? So for those who, you know, play Battle Royale games, shooters, racing games. So these are nice for people who race. If you want to use up shift, down shift with your back buttons, these are amazing. There's sports, action, adventure, and then there's also for fighting and stuff like that if you want to use it as that. I like to do mine as custom, and as you can see here, I already have some custom mappings here already that I did earlier. So I like to have my B button be mapped over to my right side, so it's sliding, and then my A button map over to the left side, which is for jumping. And I'm going to show you how I do the drop shot macros and how I do the jump shot macros, because those are probably what you're here for. So you press the plus sign number 1, and then you can go down here to macros. And once you click macros, you can click record to start recording. So the good thing about this computer is that you can use your keyboard and you can use a controller both at the same time. This is what makes it such an amazing controller. So on my keyboard, control is drop shot. So whenever I press control, it goes automatically into prone. So it's good for drop shotting. So I press control on my computer, and then you notice that it records it. So I'm gonna press stop right here, and it's already recorded. So control is gonna go into drop shot. So I'm gonna program it to B, because you know B is for sliding and for proning. So whenever I press P2 right here, which is this back button right here, I want it to go into a drop shot automatically. So that will give me an advantage. I'm gonna do another macro, right? And for this macro, I'm gonna call this macro jump shot 3 times. So sorry, jump 3 times. So space on the keyboard makes you jump. So if you play keyboard and mouse, space makes you jump. So in the press record, I must press the space 1, 2, 3 times. So that's 3. That's 3 times. And then I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to assign it to the other button. So I'm going to assign it to the button where the A would be. So the A would be over here, which is on the left, and then this one would be jump 2 times, this one would be jump 1 time, right? So that will give me a little bit of an advantage. You can go over here as well and change the name. So I'm gonna change this name to slide shot. So drop shot, because you're gonna be dropping. Right, so drop shot, and I must change this one to jump 3x. So jump 3 times, right? So jump 3 times for the left one, and then drop shot. So this is where it gets even more fun. So for me personally, I like to talk a lot of crap. Sometimes like in games, I'm not really talking about crap. I like to just say stuff that are like, and I don't want people to hear me whenever I'm talking in Warzone. So I have my push to talk on. So I'm gonna press plus here. I'm gonna go to the keyboard, and I have my push to talk set to M. So I'm gonna click M on my keyboard, and I'm gonna record it to this one right here. So this is gonna, whenever I press G5, it's gonna turn my push to talk on, and then when I take my hands off it, it's gonna turn my push to talk off. So it's good to have it there, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and create another macro, and I'm gonna create this one for microphone, and I'm gonna put it here. So I'll put my microphone here, so that way I can unmute my entire microphone system with this right here, just in case if I'm doing something I don't want anybody to hear I'm doing, you know what I mean? I could press this right here, and it just mutes it. So we're gonna create a fun one. This is my favorite macro to create, because this is gonna be a drop shot and a drop shot into a jump shot. So I'm gonna drop on the ground, and then I'm gonna jump 2 times. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna press plus, click macros, we're gonna start recording, then we're gonna press control. Remember, control drop shot. Then we're gonna press space 2 times. So I'm gonna drop shot, and then I'm gonna jump out of it, and I'm gonna jump again, right? So just to kind of like, and you know what, just to make it fun, I'm gonna add another jump. So I'm gonna drop shot, and I'm gonna jump out of the drop shot, and I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna jump again, right? So drop shot, jump shot, jump shot, jump shot. So that will basically mess with the enemy, because drop shot, you're a jump shot. The good thing about it is that if you press jump, you can override whatever you've done, right? So that's amazing. Stop. We're gonna assign it to this one right here. So we're gonna assign it to the right side. So just like what we have, so remember, this one is sliding, this one is drop shotting, and this one is drop shot into jump shot, right? And then we're gonna create another like fun one, right? So what we can do, if we want, we can create another fun one. We can make this one to pick up stuff. So we're gonna press the keypad A, B, X, Y, and then we're gonna press X, which is to pick up stuff, into this one right here, right? And that would be great for when you want to just pick up stuff off the ground. We could also make it into where if you want to switch your weapons. You know what? I think it'd be really great for picking up your weapons. So we can even change this one to Y. Make it so that you can pick up your weapon with that one. And you know what, just to be fair and just to make it a lot easier, we could even pick up stuff with this macro if we want, right? You can mess around with it, but you know what I mean, you can change it around, you can mess with it, you know, just how you want to, right? But again, these are all customizable to how you want. If you think you should want to pick up stuff, you could even pick up stuff with one of these ones and then change your work on one of these ones as well, and then create your macros here. But I mean, it's up to you how you want to create it. And this is what makes this controller so amazing, is because you can customize it how you want, right? So it's all about you. It's all about what you want and how you want to customize it. So I'm gonna go over here to my gamepad tester, and in gamepad tester is where you do the test your controller. So notice that my control is working perfectly. So these are what I mapped. So remember, I mapped this one to the B and this one to the A. So I'm making sure that it's mapped properly. And this one was a macro and this one was a macro. So you notice that it jumps 2 times. So this one is a jump. This is a jump, space, right? For jump. And then this one's just control. So it's not gonna do anything because it's just control. And then remember, we had a macro again. So this one is the drop. Remember, drop and jump 2 times. So you drop and then you jump 2 times, right? That's what it is for. Now, how fast you press it, it'll record how fast you press it. So if you press it fast, it'll do the actions in the game fast, right? If you press it slow, it'll do the action in the game slow. So make sure that when you press record, you record it. You record the macros to how fast or slow you want it to be, right? This one I mentioned is what I mentioned. I programmed it to Y, which is a button right here. So everything is working perfectly. So now you can go into your game and you can enjoy your game of Warzone or whatever game you play, and you can use your macros. You can even set macros to do different things, like, you know, if you're playing soccer, you want to do a dribble, then you want to do a lob pass, you can set your macros to do those things. So that's amazing. It gives you a clear advantage when it comes to playing video games, and I would highly recommend this controller. It's an OP controller if you have a PC, because it only works on PC. Hey you, thank you so much for watching. If you find this video useful, consider hitting that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. It helps me know that the channel is also growing. If you want to support the channel even more and you're in the market for a new controller, I sell custom controllers. They're in the description. You can also purchase a fully customized controller from Hex Gaming using my code Jason. That helps out the channel a lot. I also have my affiliate link in the description with all the gadgets that I use to make all these amazing videos. Bye for now and see you in the next video.